Hey guys, Rob Samples here. I'm a photographer based in Send in Surrey. I haven't done a video for my blog for a couple of weeks, so I thought I'd do something new. I am shooting my first football game, well, I've done some pre-season, my first football game of the actual season on Friday night, and it's potentially due to rain, so I'll be getting my gear together for my rain. Now last season I had some stuff I used when it was rain, but I never quite felt that it worked. I was always getting a bit wet, or I felt uncomfortable, or I was panicking about my gear getting wet. So this season I prepared myself much better, and I thought I would talk about that on today's blog video. So talk about what I'm going to do when I'm shooting football or any kind of outdoor sport, in fact any kind of outdoor photography in the rain. What do I do to stay dry? So I'm going to talk a little bit about this on this video. I'm going to talk about how I keep my gear dry and my camera cover. I'm going to talk a little bit about how I keep myself dry and my gear here. And we're even going to set this stuff up and get this stuff on for you guys so you can see how it works. So let's check it out. Okay guys, so first up, the rain cover that I use for the actual camera. Now you can get all different rain covers. You can get expensive ones, you can get ones which are probably more efficient than this or maybe better than this in some way. I got this off eBay. I think it was less than £20. £15 maybe, something like that. The make is Matin, it's M-A-T-I-N, you can just about see that there. There's some good ones. I think the Think Tank Hydrophobia, I think is supposed to be very good, but that's like £100. That wasn't really in my budget, so I got something cheap. Real simple, you put the camera through, and then the cover pulls over the top. There's a window on the back. You unclip the eyepiece, which I've done already before you put the cover over. The other bit that's then left sticks through the hole, like so. You clip this on, over the top, and then that's how that works. So that's then done. You can still see the eyepiece, you can see your screen, everything in the back. There's a little flap here that comes down if you want to. If you want to cover that when you're not using it, you can as well. But it's good, you can get your hand underneath, you can use the controls, and yeah, it works pretty well. Over the front, there's like a drawstring, so you just fit it around the edge of the lens hood, and then you pull that tight so it fits. Now, I'm sure that's sufficient and works okay, but actually what I do is I go a step further. I get paranoid about my gear getting wet, and I was worried that water would drip and then kind of run under the front of the cover here. So actually I get some gaffer tape, and I gaffer tape this over the edge of the hood. Two reasons. Stops the water running under the front, and also it keeps this in place, because something else I've had happen before is when you're moving around and perhaps you're moving it, this can drop over the front like that, and first thing you realise you've got some dark shadows coming in the top of your images, and it's because the cover has slipped forwards, so it holds it in place. There's some Velcro straps which hold it around the lens really easy, like here, it goes underneath and tapes. Your hands go underneath the back. With my left hand here I can reach the hood, my arms are dry because they're under the cover as well, and you can carry on going, taking your images, and it works. I've used this for a whole football game, so you know, over an hour and a half this sat out in the rain, soaking wet, but the gear underneath was bone dry, so this works fine for me. So that's the gear. What do I use to keep myself dry? You're going to see that in just 1 second. Okay guys, so last part of this is how do I keep myself dry? Now, real simple, I just bought some cheap waterproofs, okay? I've got my waterproof trousers. I'm not going to put these on for you because you don't want to see me getting into trousers, so I'm just going to wear my shorts for now. Real cheap, simple, over trousers, plasticky, waterproof. I just whack them over whatever I've got. If it's warmer, I'll wear shorts underneath. If it's colder, I'll wear like tracksuit trousers or something underneath and stick those over the top. That works. Now for the top, I've tried a couple of different things. Last season I had like a rain jacket, but I felt it wasn't working so well. And it sounds silly, but like when I'm sitting and I've got my trousers on and my jacket, I found water was like pooling out onto my legs. And so this year I've gone with a bit more of like a cagoule kind of thing. Folds up into the pack, real simple. It unfolds. I'm going to stand up in a second to put this on, so my head will probably be off the top of the camera, but I'm going to sit back down obviously. But it's like a massive fold-out thing. Now, yeah, I probably look like a bit of an idiot when I'm wearing it, but do I care? No, because I'm dry. So, this goes over. In fact, I don't think I need to stand up. Maybe I will stand up to kind of show you. So it's not like a jacket, it's just like a massive cover. Okay? Now you can imagine I look super cool when I've got my trousers on and everything. Now I look like a photography geek, but hey, you know what? That's all part of the fun. So it's like a massive rain cover. I can sit right here, so you see what I mean with this one. With this, it goes and it creates a slope across me, so the water just runs off. I also wear my hat. I haven't got as far as a waterproof hat, maybe I should. But the idea with the hat, I like it because it stops the rain coming and driving into your face, into your eyes, because every time you come away from the back of the camera, the rain's hitting your face and it's horrible. So with this, I do that, and then the hood goes over the top, right out to the peak, and that's how I sit. And I can sit out there for, you know, I'll probably wear like a waterproof jacket underneath to cover my forearms, but they'll mostly be under my camera anyway. I sit out the front there, I'm dry, I've got my camera, I've got my arms underneath here, so like you can see, there you go, because that means that's dry anyway. I'm under there, and off I go. I can just shoot, and I stay dry. It's not fun. I hate, and guys, I mean, I hate shooting sports in the rain. Image quality's worse. It's just not for me. But hey, this is England. 90% of the football season is going to be through the winter. It's probably going to rain. So this is what I wear. This is going to keep me dry. And it works. I have also gone with another technique. You couldn't use this in any kind of high level football. So if you were shooting like, you know, league or anything like that, you wouldn't be able to do this. But sometimes with my work, I shoot Academy Premier League. And for that, it's just kind of in a field and you can get away with a lot more. So for some of those, I use a big umbrella. Now what I do, I bought a monopod. This is just any old cheap monopod, but it's got a foot stand. I wedge this on the ground, put my foot on it so it stays in place. I then get my umbrella, and I'm not going to set this up for you guys, it could take ages. I put the umbrella, I use a couple of Velcro straps I got down there to attach it to the monopod, and I open this up and I sit with it underneath. So I've got that big umbrella over my head and I just sit there and I photograph and I'm bone dry the whole game. You couldn't get away with that in like a stadium or anything obviously, but sometimes with the lower league or football when I'm just in a field, I can do that because, hey, no one cares. So that works quite well too. But when I'm doing some of my stuff, I can't have that kind of setup, and that's when I use the jacket and everything you can see right here. I hope that was useful, guys. I mainly did it because when I was first trying to search like online, hey, like what do people do in the rain? I couldn't really find much. So, hey, I thought I'd put this together. Maybe it's useful to someone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon on my blog. Cheers.